I normally try to avoid covering stuff that are clearly broken and will 100% be fixed, but this one is just way too much fun to pass. In case you haven't heard, Witch Doctors got a significant buff to their seasonal powers, like Horrify becoming an aura that gives a nice damage buff, or the other one that gives Helltooth an army of juiced up gargantuans. But there is one power above all, the Hungry Croc one. The part that gives you the ability to pixel pull haunted enemies from a full screen works as intended, and it single-handedly makes density builds like Mundunugu a lot smoother to play. The Bogodile on the other hand not only is a bit overtuned since it can literally one-shot Rift Guardians, but it is currently abused in many ways to spread its damage to nearby monsters and one-shot entire pools, hence the ladder is currently filled with 150 Witch Doctor clears. Now, this will 100% be tuned down, hopefully to a level that it still helps finishing of single targets, since builds like Mundunugu certainly need some help there. Speaking of Mundunugu, it is considered one of the hardest and most rewarding pushing builds in the game, and it could end up among the top builds in next season. The run you see here is my 10th Rift with this build, I mean in my entire life, as I've never played it ever before, so the execution is of course far from optimal. I won't go into too much detail, but to give you an idea of what's happening, the build plays around creating huge pools, then planting 3 phantasms in the middle of the biggest density by pressing Spirit Barrage 3 times. These phantasms don't immediately deal damage, but accumulate damage inside them, releasing it all in one big explosion when they expire or when you replace them with new phantasms. Unlike with most other builds, your damage multipliers don't need to be present when the explosions happen, but instead when the damage accumulates. This is why you see me AFKing in Oculus rings when seemingly no damage is dealt at the moment, because it adds up to the upcoming explosion. The more time you let the phantasms to accumulate and the bigger the density is, the more damage the explosions will do. It is all about learning to precisely estimate the damage of these explosions and adjust your timing and the size of the pool to preferably finish everything off at the same time. This isn't a build that can kill leftover enemies, so you will often need to leave very low HP elites behind, because you simply cannot deal damage to them, well, unless you manage to feed them to the crocodile, of course. Oh, and if you cannot kill enemies at the right time, you also won't be able to reset your defensive cooldowns and will likely die. It is a very technical build, which is the type I like to play the most, so if it doesn't get demolished by Blizz, there is a good chance I will roll a Witch Doctor in next season just to play this. Seeing that Witch Doctors benefit from the changes in speed content too, while having multiple decent pushing options, it might just be voodoo time. So anyway, this is all for now. If I end up picking a Witch Doctor, I will certainly make all kinds of in-depth guides, but for now let's just see what changes Blizzard makes. You can watch the rest of the clear if you'd like, but you can also check the gear I used at the end of the video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.
My power will last. Perfect strike.